Hello, I am Sandra Lee, and this is Elo of Successville.
Hello, everybody. Hi, it's Access Granted with Successville. I'm super, super excited. We are going to be interviewing Queen Lee today, the biotuning queen expert, and I'm super excited because we're going to get some education today. So I'm ready. Are you, Lee?
Yes,
Awesome. So we're going to put you in the hot seat for about a couple of minutes, and then we're going to go down because I'm so interested to know more about what you're doing, and I'm so grateful that you're doing this interview and you're a part of Successful. So our first question, what is something you failed at miserably?
I tried to cut my own hair, just like trim my bangs, and it was a disaster. It's like, because in the mirror and the scissors, and it was, and then I tried to fix it, and then I tried to fix it, and it was so awful.
Horribly.
It was disaster. The whole thing was just a mess.
Trust me, I'm a hair queen, so I know what it is when you have a bad hair day. So I definitely understand that. I'm gonna know what is something that you would say when you were starting your business or dealing with your business that was new to you or changed to you, and how did you work past it?
Um, just people doing energy work, because I do biofield tuning, right? When people do energy work, they don't know how to do the intuitive stuff. And so it's like just not being sure, getting started. And of course, now it's like I just get tons of intuitive information. But for somebody just starting, I mean, because there's lots of people who start as practitioners and just starting, I was like, you know what? It'll come. Just start and play around in the water, and then it'll evolve.
I love that. I love that. Just start. And that is something that is like always, I want to do this. I want to get this in order. I want to check this out. But if you just start where you are, yeah, I know that one. I love that. I love that. That was a good stuff. All right. So here we are. Eureka, I did it. What are three things that you have achieved in your life that you're the most proud of?
One is my son. He's an adult, and you have this little baby, and it's like, how do I do it? So just the fact that he made it and he's got a job, and that's just a really big deal. Um, One is where I'm going with my business right now is amazing. Like, I have always kind of considered myself just kind of a normal person, and that my sphere of influence was going to stay pretty normal. The people I know and not go very far beyond. I'm actually reaching a point where I am believing that I am going to have a much bigger influence. And, part of my vision is working with General Mills, this big food company, and help them like rebrand to be more like beneficial for everybody kind of a thing, and having health supporting food. So it's like to think about possibly being able to have that level of influence beyond what I consider normal. That's a really big deal to me.
That is a
Well,
big deal.
yeah.
That's a big vision, and I love it. And healthy food, and that's such a big company. So I like that. That's amazing. All right. So how do you celebrate success?
Sharing it with somebody, not keeping it to myself. And I do, a little happy dance. And, depending on what it is, maybe we just like celebrate and go have dinner. It's like, you know, just, but just to not pass them right by. Because what a lot of people do, they have a success and it's like, yay, done that. And then they just move on and
Yeah,
go back into problems and things like that. So it's like just making sure there's some acknowledgement of the accomplishment that was made.
yeah, yeah. I had one of those eureka moments this morning. And I had some issues where I had to get some things done that I had already got done, and I was stressing about it. And then I had to take a minute and say, hold on, you need to celebrate. At least you're not at start one. You're like at finish, but just almost finished. So that moment of celebrating success it's really important, and it allows you to be able to get strength to go on to that new castle, that new journey, that new conquering. So yeah. What is something that you would say to your childhood self, childhood Lee? What would you say to her? And at what age?
I'm going to make it. It's like it was really rough. I was miserable when I was a kid. I hated myself. And so it's like just to let myself know that it's all going to be okay and that I'm going to like help people and people are going to like what I do. It's like that's what I would tell myself.
I enjoy that. And then yeah, and that's so powerful. That's so powerful that you're gonna make it. Because sometimes we feel like, I don't know about you, but sometimes I just get in my head and I have to think back about that childhood stuff. Like, you're a single mom, you did this, you did that. You can make it. You can make it. So yeah, I definitely love it. So we're gonna get into this Queen is on Fire because I'm so excited to know more about biotuning and what you do. So what inspired you to start your business?
I've been doing massage therapy for 30 years, forever, forever. And I've learned a lot of different types of energy work in that time. And I wasn't doing them because I didn't feel like I was doing anything that was actually having a real result. Because,
Yeah.
like massage therapy, the person stands up and they feel different, pretty clear. And the energy work that I had done really wasn't getting that kind of result. And I started doing biofield tuning using tuning forks in the energy field. And the story that I tell most often was my friend had landed on the vacuum cleaner with her hand and it was black and blue and she couldn't open it. And she couldn't come here. I couldn't go there. And so I called her on the telephone and I did biofield tuning on her for her hand. And the bruise went away and she was able to open her hand.
So tell me more. What is biotuning? Biofield
Bi-
tuning.
Biofield tuning uses a tuning fork in the aura or the energy field. You know what I mean by the aura, right? The energy field around me. So in biofield tuning, we have this map that shows the energy field. And so I am basically, when I'm working with people on Zoom, okay, on distance, I'm creating a hologram that represents, say, Elo, right? And I work around that hologram with the sound. And a lot of it is my intention, my awareness. So I get a lot of intuitive information, and then that helps me and helps the person to be able to clear what's stuck in their energy field.
What is the human design?
Human design gives me a chart based on where the planets were at the time I was born, tells me a lot about who I am, what I'm good at, what I'm going to be challenged in. And what I most like about it is when I see those things, what I'm good at and where my challenges are, it tells me what my purpose is, how I serve in the world, and how I can live into that.
I definitely understand. So tell me more about your journey and how you got with these two areas.
So I started doing human design about 8 years ago. And I told you that I've been doing body work for a long time. I started doing biofield tuning. And one day I was doing biofield tuning on somebody, and this was a distance session. So this was Zoom. And I started seeing the human design chart overlaid on the biofield tuning. And I realized that I could do them together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I started doing them together. And now what I like doing is I like helping businesses, entrepreneurs in their businesses.
Now that is something to be able to do that and then be able to help opportunities because in their businesses are what impacts the world. People businesses is what impacts the world. So being able to help people in their business is helping them be able to impact the world. So I enjoy that. Let me could you share with us a success story of someone who you have worked with and how that process was like?
How I decided to start focusing on entrepreneurs and their businesses is this story. This is what inspired me. Okay. So a friend of mine, um, I've known her for a long time, and we were going to do human design. And I asked her, so what do you really want for your life? And she said, I've always wanted to start a school of aesthetics. So teaching people to do facials, right? And so I was like, I never knew that. And I looked at her chart and it's like, looking at her chart, this would be perfect. For her purpose, this school would be a perfect expression. Okay. So you go forward 2 years and it's 2020 and the pandemic shutdown is all starting. She's got her school, right? But she's not sure, is this going to work? Because, there's no students right now. The government's shutting everything down. Do I keep going? And I looked at the human design chart for her school and I was like, this is perfect. Her special set of people she serves, people who don't fit into the normal trade school, it's in her chart that this is who she serves. And so I said, you know what? This is perfect for the school, for you. So now she is exploding. She is growing. She is so successful.
Wow.
So she had this dream, and I helped her with human design and I helped her with Biofield tuning. And now she is like she's buying a second school. She's in a larger location. So it's like she's really turned to successful. So that was what had me. It's like, you know what? I should focus on businesses.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's just like what I said earlier. And for her school to be able to expand, where she's helping more students and more special people feel like they have a place where they belong, it's powerful. It's beautiful. So, do you have any tips on how people can live their purpose?
In human design, I help people realize that they are living their purpose all of the time. It's just a question of how. So here's a story. There's one of my clients who came to me wanting to do Biofield tuning and human design. And her big complaint was everybody's always asking me to do things for them. Nobody wants to know about me. She wanted people to pay more attention to her, and she didn't like it that they were always asking her for help. And I looked at her chart and I says, you know what? You're here to help others, to serve others. When they come asking you questions, asking you for help, they're asking for your service. And to turn this thing that was a problem to her into an opportunity changed her world, changed everything.
Yeah. Yeah, because I definitely when it comes to tips on how people can live their purpose, I believe in, like what you said, I believe that God put everybody on earth, and our gift is to serve others and serve people and take care of the earth. We're like the gardeners of the earth. That is our job, to take care of the earth, take care of the animals, because they obviously, they need our help. That's why we're having a lot of problems with our environment, on how we handle it. Mudsides, landsides, a lot of those are from how us as human handle the environment. And our purpose here is not to serve ourselves. I believe everybody have a gift inside of them that is supposed to be used for somebody else. You never use your own gift on yourself. It's literally there to use on somebody else. So that was some powerful things, and that was a mind opener that you gave her. And I love that, Lee. I really do. All right, so people can pull their human design chart on your website. Tell us more about that.
If you go to my website, miracleinspirations.com, and I'll put a link associated with the video, you can pull your human design chart free. And if you want to talk with me and see how human design and Biofield tuning might help you, then you can book an assessment, also free, and we can chat.
So how would they be able to get in touch with you? Is it just there at your website, or do you have other?
That's an easy way. You can also connect with me on Facebook. You can message me,
All
email.
right.
But, it's easiest to just be in Facebook since you're watching this on Facebook.
That is awesome. So promo, I want to do the promo time for code for successful. Do you have a promo code for the queens and successful if they do want to use your services?
I will give you a 10% holiday discount.
All right. So once they reach out to you, they would just have to use promo discount successful, promo code successful, and they'll be able to get that 10% holiday discount.
Yeah, they're going to be purchasing through me directly. I don't have a purchase link, so you
Oh,
can, pull a chart, you can book an assessment. Those are free. And
okay.
then when it comes time to actually scheduling and, deciding you want to do it, then I'll do it myself. So there is no code because I do it all manually.
All right. Do you have any of some of the instruments that you use for tuning that you want to share with us?
Did you say insurance?
Instru- I'm Bahamian. We have such a heavy accent. Instruments that you use for biotuning that you would want to share with us, or
So I have the tuning forks.
okay.
And I have these really cool euphorite stones that I have been using. These are changing everything, really amping up the power of what I'm doing. And then I have this really cool laser that I started using this week. So I got lots of stuff.
Super excited, super excited. But I'm so grateful. I want to give you a time to say if you want to say something to the successful queens or you want to talk about your experience in the group, we would love to hear your feedback.
Successful has been so much fun. And Elo, this is Elo, creates this wonderful little community feeling. And she gives us these challenges to come on regularly, share. And it's just been really nice getting to know the other women and share what we each do. And just, it feels like a community. And it's really nice.
I love that. I love that. And I enjoyed this interview with you. I enjoyed you giving successful access granted to you, your business, and what you do. I know that I remember you said that you're the only biotuning in the world. It was something that was very unique about what you did. And I want to mention that.
I am the only person who does human design and biofield tuning together.
Wow.
And even more unique now that I've got these euphorite stones. I am the only person in the world who is doing this combination of things.
I love that. I love that. I love differentness. I love uniqueness. I'm so grateful that you're a part of Successful. And again, I'm so grateful that you gave us and these queens access to you, your business, and I love it. I love it. So for those who are tuning in, you can reach Sandra Lee at her website. I'm going to try to find a way to link this in her website and description. And also she has an amazing group, Striving with Sandra Lee. So I'm going to give you that link as well. And if you want to connect with her, you can connect with her there or by a DM her, messenger. So Sandra Lee, Queen, thank you so much for the
Thank
time.
you, Elo. It's been wonderful.
All right. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you.